Lord Halton of Castlewood. He was claiming to have information about Gawain. If my memory serves, he made mention of a residence north of town. Might as well go and see if it's true. This is the residence of Lord Halton. He must be much more important than I thought if he can afford a manse in this part of King's Landing.
You're inside Halton's residence, and I'm captain of his guard, Sir Ethan.
I am Alistair Sarwick. Lord Halton is expecting me.
Ah, so you're the heretic he's been talking of. Let me warn you, your worthless religion has no place here.
I'm here to see your lord. I don't have time for theological debate with his underlings.
Ah, there you are, Alistair. I was anxious to speak with you. Did you meet any trouble on your way here?
Ah, well, other than the warm welcome I received from an amateur theologian in your employ, I have no complaints.
You must be speaking of Sir Ethan. He's the captain of my watch. Please forgive him. He is bound to the Seven. While I was waiting for you, I made the mistake of telling him that you belong to the clergy of R'hllor. But enough small talk. We have some important matters to deal with.
Where are we? What do you have to say that's so important and so secretive?
We're safe here in my home, away from the spider's web.
I feel like you know me, but I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
That's understandable. The last time we spoke was so very long ago. Before the rebellion, I visited your father many a time. You were young back then, and more interested in the art of combat than conversation. More recently, I attended your father's funeral. But it was not the time for discussions. I wish to tell you that your sudden and unexpected bereavement troubled me deeply. Reynald was a great man and a trusted friend. With him gone, I'm now worried about your sister. I discovered that she was set on marrying your bastard brother, Villar. This man carries a grim reputation since the war, and it has only gotten worse since he became a servant of the Queen.
Villar is quite keen on marrying my sister indeed, but it won't happen if I manage to get back my titles. But that is a matter for another time. You spoke of some news of Gawain. Tell me what has become of him.
Yes, your brother. Knowing that you were in King's Landing, I thought I'd find you and share my fears with you.
What fears? If you're talking about Gawain being accused of patricide, I already know about it.
Yes, but I came to King's Landing to ask him if there was any truth to this tale. Unfortunately, I have been unable to do so, and now I fear that he is fleeing from some trouble. Or worse yet, that trouble has already caught up to him. My initial findings were quite worrisome, to say the least.
What do you mean? What did you discover?
Ah, well, I managed to track down Gawain to King's Landing, hoping I'd be able to confront him before he vanished again. According to my sources, a friend of his had helped him find refuge in a cellar, only accessible through the sewers. Unfortunately, something terrible occurred before I could get there. Rumors of murders started circulating. I fear that your brother has met a tragic end.
By the flame, I need to know what became of him.
I understand. As a friend of your father's, I wish to offer you my help. Let me introduce you to Sir Desmond. He is my sworn sword and the very best swordsman in the Riverlands. He has helped me gather up what little information we have. As a former Gold Cloak, he still keeps a few friends in the City Watch, and has tried to question them about these murders.
According to them, there was no investigation, and it seems that very few people in the City Watch have any inkling of what happened. Those who appeared to know something had clearly been ordered to keep their mouths shut. It certainly seemed as if someone was trying to keep this quiet.
It looks like I need to go to the crime scene myself.
My friends in the City Watch showed me how to get to the cellar that your brother was supposedly hiding in. Given its location, we should be able to take a look around quietly. We'll just have to deal with the bolt that the gold cloaks put there to prevent access.
Then we should leave immediately. There's no time to lose. Lord Halton, will you let Sir Desmond accompany me? I believe I could do with another sword at my side.
Of course. The sewers are one of the most dangerous places in King's Landing, and I would feel better knowing that he's with you.
Thank you.
If you're interested, my lord, I know an entrance to the sewers not far from here.
Perfect. Let's go.
Here we are. Normally we would go straight on, but the gate is shut. We will have to make a detour through the arena.
The arena?
You'll see. We're going to take the left path, and stay on your guard. These sewers are crawling with thieves. City laws have no reach down here.
How long have you been with the City Watch, sir?
I worked there for more than 10 years, before the arrival of the new commander. And for 5 years now, I've been Lord Halton's sworn sword.
What is the password?
Oak and iron guard me well.
Right. Come in.
You seem to know this place well.
Indeed. This place is often used for illegal fighting. The spectacle and the lure of gold attracts a lot of gamblers, and good fighters. Lord Halton sometimes sends me here to recruit swordsmen for his personal guard. There you go. It's here.
Wait. This lock's been forced open.
7 hells. Someone got here ahead of us, and they might still be inside.
Either way, we still need to figure out what transpired here. Come on.
What? Come on, Stainer. Get a move on. No use hanging around here. Can't you see there's no sign of Horus here? We better go look somewhere else before we bump into the City Watch.
Don't you think it's strange, Porky? The boss has never gone missing on a job like this before.
They're from the Reaper clan. Their den is in these sewers.
Keep to the shadows, Desmond. I want to glean as much information as possible before we decide upon our next move.
Well, there was nothing here except this locket that was just lying on the ground. He's probably gone to pick up the payment. For all we know, he may well be poking some more as we speak.
No, that's not like Horus. Something's happened to him, I'm sure of it.
After them. I have some questions, and I believe they will have the answers. What are you doing here?
Eh? Where the hell did he come from?
You're in Reaper territory. Get your ass out of here if you know what's good for you.
I wouldn't hold my breath waiting if I were you. Spill everything you know right now.
Have mercy, my lord. It was Stainer's idea to come here. I was just following him, I swear.
I heard you speak of a locket. Where is it?
It's just a small locket, my lord. That's all. Since the City Watch took everything, even the bodies, we didn't think anyone would care.
Give it to me. Now.
Tell me, Alistair, is that not your family's emblem engraved on this jewel?
Yes, I know this locket very well. Gawain has worn it since he was a child, which definitely means he was here. Porky, correct? Tell me what happened here immediately.
It's nothing to do with me, my lord, I swear. It's my master who knows.
Where is your master?
That's what I'd like to know. He's gone. He had something to do here, but I haven't heard from him since. Axe sent small groups in all directions to find him. He can tell you himself. He's in our den.
Where is this den?
We have our own emblem. We painted it on the walls leading to our den so that everyone knows it's our territory.
Let's go then.
Are you sure, my lord? We're taking a huge risk.
That may be, but I have to know for certain if Gawain is dead or alive.
What about him? What should we do with him?
Nothing. I'm looking for my brother's murderer. This one doesn't interest me. Out of my sight, vermin. I'll let you live this time. But know that if you should ever cross my path again, you will rue that day.
Oh, thank you, my lord.
Now, let us head to their den.
You again?
Well, well. If it isn't my old mugger friends. What a small world we live in.
Porky came running up, saying that some kind of superhumans attacked him. He was talking about you, wasn't he? That fool was so scared of seeing you again that he bolted before I could even reason with him. But I'm not afraid of you. You got off lucky last time. If it weren't for the gold cloaks, I would have split your skull open for sure. This time, though, there will be nobody to save you. You're going to regret messing with the Reapers. Enough. You win. I have to admit you're a good fighter. What do you want?
My brother was in a cellar that the Reapers attacked recently. I found his locket there.
Your brother? That guy who had a bounty on his head?
Yes, I need to find him, and seeing as you're part of this gang, you're going to tell me everything you know.
Sure. But I doubt you'll learn much from me. Oris, our boss. He's the one who took care of it. I wasn't with him that night. I'm not the stealthy type.
Where is this Oris?
Well, that's the thing. We didn't hear from him until about an hour ago. Since he went to collect the payment, in fact. I just learned that he was arrested by the Gold Cloaks.
Whose payment?
No clue. Oris usually keeps that kind of information to himself. The Gold Cloaks took him to their blasted tower over there. I have a feeling we won't be seeing him again.
The City Watchtower, you say?
There. I've answered your questions. If you're going to kill me, then kill me and be done with it.
A man like you does nothing but cause harm to the people. R'hllor will judge you as he sees fit. What with this empty cellar and Oris imprisoned in the City Watchtower, I can see no end to the challenges R'hllor has set against me.
Listen, I have good reason to believe that the famous City Watchtower will be the answer to your problems. Your brother stands accused of patricide. If he still lives, he'll be in the dungeons. If he's been executed, they most likely will have stored his corpse in the basement while they confirm his identity.
You are correct. There's no other option. I must get inside that tower.
I should warn you, it won't be easy getting in. No civilians are allowed entry. The only way will be for you to pass for a gold cloak.
It seems risky, but it could work. What would it take to pass for one of them?
You will need a full uniform. Breastplate, helm, boots, gloves, and a cloak, of course. I believe we'll be able to find everything we need in town. If you find yourself unable to secure any of the items, some craftsmen could probably provide you with the equipment you require. But be warned, this service will not come cheap.
Let's give it a try.
A city watch guard sleeping off his wine.
Looks like he took his breastplate and helm off so he could sleep easier. They look my size.
The breastplate and the helm have been taken care of. Lord Harlton told me that you know the woman who runs the brothel. Maybe she could help us.
Sir Alistair, my heart sank when I received news you'd been arrested. It is rare that a prisoner emerges from the Red Keep to see the light of day again.
The light of R'hllor guided my way to freedom.
Your god must favor you highly. It is a relief to see you again.
Shataya, I come to you today because I need help. Something terrible may have happened to Gawain, and I'm trying to find him. I need a cloak worn by the City Watch as soon as possible. I can't say why, but trust me, it's best you know as little as possible.
If you're caught with one of their cloaks,
I know the dangers. That's why I'm talking to you. Discretion is of the utmost importance. I know that certain officers of the City Watch frequent your establishment, and I'd like to, let's say, borrow a uniform from one of them, with your permission.
yes, I understand. Well, perhaps one of their cloaks could get lost during their romp? But that's all you'll get here. A cloak. Nothing else. I have forbidden them to walk around here with their weapons and armor. I don't want to risk making a scene.
That's perfect. The cloak is all I need.
Very well. Wait here for me. I'll see what I can do. You're in luck. An officer is just now relaxing with Alayaya. Here, be cautious, Sir Alistair.
Thank you, my lady.
Good, we have the cloak. This is where I stop. From this point forth, you're on your own. Be very careful once you're inside. Pry as much information from the guards inside as you can. While you're infiltrating this place, I'm going to inform Lord Halton of our progress. I will be back shortly. Then I'll return here to await your arrival. Good luck, Sir Alistair.
It's helpless. With all the lashes this bastard is taking, he won't live to see another day.
What's the matter?
You were speaking of wages just now. I want in.
We're wagering on how long that bastard lockdown there is going to last. There's quite a number of us in, so we've gathered a tidy little sum so far.
I see.
If you want in, ask Captain Karen. He's by the dungeon entrance. I wagered 8 coins that the louse in the dungeon buys it the day after tomorrow.
Considering how the commander's treating him, there's no way you'll win.
What's the matter?
Where is the commander? I haven't seen him for some time.
He left for the Red Keep earlier.
Commander Janus Slint spends a lot of time there these days.
Actually, he goes there more and more often. I heard that he might become a lord or something.
I wagered 8 coins that the louse in the dungeon buys it the day.
Oh, come off it. It's hardly the first time that we've done it.
Come on, it's a bit of fun. The prisoner couldn't care less, you know. He's going to die anyway. We may as well try and make a bit of money from his death.
What do you want?
Are you talking of the man who committed those murders in the sewers?
Yes, we've got him in the dungeon. Somehow, Commander Janos arrested him shortly after the crime was committed.
He's in one of the deepest dungeons. His 2 accomplices were in there with him, but they're dead now. He's the only one left. We gave them a good flogging. You should have heard them scream. But their boss, he's a tough one.
Isn't it a little cruel? No, he's a murderer. That's a bit low.
Oh, come off it. It's hardly the first time that we've done it.
What do you want?
I heard there were wagers being taken on the prisoner.
Yes, my friend here is taking part in a little game. He and his friends are wagering on the murderer locked up down there. All the others are dead. He's the only one left.
We're not abusing him or anything. We're just wagering on when we think he'll die. It's no skin off his nose as far as I can see. If you want to get a bet in, you'll have to ask Sir Karen.
I've really had it with all this. If Harold wants to find out who this corpse was, why doesn't he look into it himself?
Not so loud. If he hears us, we're headed straight for the hole, or worse.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
You were speaking of an unidentified corpse, were you not? Do you know if it's possible to see it?
The body of the nobleman? You think you'll be able to find out who it is? I've just spent over 6 hours trying, friend. There are more noble houses in King's Landing than lice in a brothel, so good luck with that.
Anyway, the body is downstairs. If you want to see it, you'll have to ask Charon. He's the one who guards the entrance to the basement.
I see. I have to know if it's my brother they speak of. I need to find a way to get down there.
The corpse whist. Yeah?
Excuse me, I heard you talk about Sir Harold. Is he truly that bad?
Let me guess. You're a new recruit, eh? So let me give you a good piece of advice. If there's one man you shouldn't irk, it's him.
Yeah, Sir Harold is the worst. I remember one day, one of the guards joked about his height. Nothing harsh, just a little laugh, you know. Well, he found out about it. The poor sod's been on latrine scrubbing duty ever since that day.
Keep away from him as much as you can. I've spent the whole day looking for the coat of arms in his mouth.
Hey, you. Don't I know you?
Maybe. My friends tell me I have a pretty common face.
Yeah. Well, what do you want?
I want to place a wager on this prisoner too.
That's great. The more the merrier.
I want to see what I'm putting my money on first, though.
Go ahead. If he's dead, let me know immediately.
Haven't seen you before. What brings you round here? Did you come to see the prisoner?
Yes, I want to see what state he's in before making a wager.
You'll have to come back later then. I shut the door. With this much money at stake, I don't want anybody getting any ideas. I wagered that he would live 3 more days, and I don't want anyone killing him when I'm not looking.
I see. No! His clothing. It carries the crest of Sarwick. All that effort. And for what? Gawain! No! I can't believe it! Perhaps it's someone else. A servant. Anybody. Wait. What's this? A letter. By the flame! And the girl's lock of hair is still attached to the letter. It really is him. Forgive me, little brother. I should have returned sooner. What on earth were you doing in that cellar, Gawain? Why did someone want you dead? His murderer. He's here somewhere. And he will give me answers.
So, how's it going? Did you find out who it was? I'd rather get rid of the body before it starts to rot.
This man, he belonged to House Sarwick.
By the father's beard. The others spent hours trying to figure it out. Tell the commander. He's going to be mighty pleased with you, my friend. Even his assassin didn't know who he was.
He's locked up in here, isn't he?
Yeah, in a cell close by. But I am in charge of the keys, and I open the doors for no one.
I need to see him.
No way. There's too much money at stake for me to let anyone see him. If you kill him, I'll lose all my money. And that would really get my knickers in a twist.
If you don't give me the keys, you're going to lose a lot more than your money.
What? Who do you think you are?
Listen, you brainless puppet. If you knew who you were talking to, you would beg me to take your keys. One word, just one word from me, and you'll be scrubbing the latrines of the City Watch for the rest of your life. For 50 years, my family has been related to that of Sir Harold. You know who he is, don't you?
Yes, I know.
What? Do you think I'm lying? Then by all means, go and ask him. Please, I would be indebted to you if you just went and asked him.
No need. I believe you. Cursed nobility. Here, take the damn keys. I hope you choke on them.
Why, thank you. Now leave this tower and take that other guard who's waiting next door. I need to be alone. Go and make your rounds or whatever, and watch your tongue. If everything goes well, I'll do my best to forget this most displeasing conversation.
Did you get a good eyeful, you son of a whore?
I ask the questions here. You're Oris, aren't you?
Bugger off.
Listen to me, fool. I'm not a gold cloak, but I can kill you right now if you so wish. On the other hand, should you answer my questions, I'll make it worth your while.
You're not from the City Watch? If you're telling the truth, I have nothing to lose. Ask your questions.
I asked your friends. You were paid to kill those men in the sewers, weren't you?
What do you think? That I kill for the pleasure of it? Of course I was paid.
Who? Who hired you?
That bastard, Janos Slint. It was the commander of the City Watch himself who told me to slit the throats of the two men hiding in that damn cellar. We'd known each other for some time. He came to me in the tavern I frequent. He said he had a job for me. Said it'd pay 300 silver stags. Enough to feed us all for more than a year. I asked for part of the money up front, as I always do. He told me to meet him at his office, and everything went well. But when two of my men and I came to collect the other half of the money after I'd completed the job, he had us thrown into this hole. He tricked me.
How did you meet? Did you serve as a gold cloak?
No, not at all. But I've done this kind of favor for the commander in the past. There'd never been any problem until now, so I didn't have any reason to doubt him. As I told you, I was in his office upstairs when he made his offer. He paid me the advance without any trouble. When he left to get the money, I took a quick look around his office. There was a letter. I can't read, but I recognized the seal I saw at the bottom of that letter. It was Valar's, the Queen's lapdog.
Valar? Are you sure?
I know what I'm talking about. He and his Bloodseekers have been getting in our way since they came to King's Landing. We're needed less and less because of them. I realized too late that it was them I was working for. I should have turned down this offer.
The Bloodseekers. Those damned thugs. If Valar really is behind all this, that letter may just help me bring him down. I have to get into this office.
Get me out of here! I told you everything you need to know. Your turn to help me! These scoundrels of the City Watch betrayed me, and now they're wagering on when I'm going to die. I'm the leader of the Reapers. If you save my life, you won't regret it.
If you're telling the truth, and I find the letter you spoke of, then maybe I'll come back to free you. But if you're lying, by R'hllor it will cost you.
Best if I stay here and wait. I don't have a chance on my own.
Hey, you! What are you doing here?
I've been ordered to collect some important documents for the small council of the Red Keep.
Oh? Upon whose orders?
Commander Janos Slint in person.
The commander? Why would he ask you to do that?
I was traveling by his side to the Red Keep. Once there, he said he'd forgotten some documents and that I had to quickly return them to him or there'd be trouble.
Yeah. When the commander gives an order, you better do as he says. I'd rather not have any trouble. Go ahead. But move your ass.
Wait. It's the personal seal of the City Watch commander. Better take it. I will probably need it to free Oris. So that's the famous letter. Oris wasn't lying. I swore to help him if he was telling the truth. But am I really obliged to keep this promise? If things get out of hand, I risk my own skin. All that for the man who killed Gawain. Let's have a look.
So, are you done?
Yes, it should be fine. I have everything I need.
Yeah, well, make sure you don't forget anything. I don't want you putting the commander in a bad mood.
So, how much you want to bet?
I'm not sure yet. I'll get back to you soon.
Did you find the letter? See, I wasn't lying.
Yes, you were right. And I may need you and your men sometime soon, so I'll help you. But this won't be easy. There's no room for error. If we make even the slightest mistake, the whole city watch will come down on us.
I don't have anything to lose anyway. Untie me. Thank you. What's your plan?
We're going to pretend that you're under my guard by order of their commander. If we can fool the guards, we shouldn't have any trouble.
I like the way you think. If we succeed, it will be a remarkable feat.
And if we fail, it'll be a slow and painful death for the both of us. May the light show us the way.
What's all this commotion? And what is this criminal doing here? He's supposed to be in the dungeons.
I was ordered to escort this prisoner to the Red Keep.
What? I'm the one in charge of these dungeons. If a transfer had been ordered, I'd know about it.
Not this time. This transfer needs to be kept secret. Here's the commander's personal seal. He entrusted me with it for this mission, and I was told to show it to no one but you and the jailers of the Red Keep.
But what about the wages? It was the commander who started it all. What shall we do with all the money?
Not my problem. If I don't get this prisoner to the Red Keep quickly, you're going to have a lot more problems than a few missing groats.
All right, take it easy. Go ahead. Damn, just when we'd finally gotten some entertainment.
You're free now. R'hllor has guided us thus far.
Your god had nothing to do with it, my friend. You just have a gift of convincing people.
Whatever it may be, you owe me now.
Yes, I give you my word. If you ever need me and my men, come to our den. Until then, old man, I must go and dress my wounds now.
Hob?
Oh, I'm so glad they let you go, my lord. I was so afraid when I heard the gold cloaks had taken you away. A sorry business it was.
Yes, Lambert was far less fortunate than me, I fear. Did they cause you any trouble?
Me? No. Who could have anything against a poor bugger like me? Anyway, I've kept away from the house since then. But I have a favour to ask of you, my lord. If it's not too much trouble, of course.
It depends on what it is. What is the matter with you?
With me? Nothing. But I fear for Bethany, a friend of mine. She's a good girl, only in a difficult situation. She needs a kind hand, you see.
Who is the young girl, Hub? I didn't know you to have such friends.
She isn't... well, I mean, she's a friend, my lord. You might say she's a friend, but not... not in the way you think. You'll go weak at the sight of her, my lord. She's a real beauty, and so sweet, too. The image of the maiden. You'll see. She'd explain it best. Better than me, I'm sure.
R'hllor knows how to show love. I couldn't refuse to help a young woman in need. Tell me where she is. I will see what I can do.
Oh, thank you, my lord. Thank you. I'll be off to tell her the good news. I can't tell you how happy she'll be.
So, sir, did you find out what happened to your brother?
Yes. Valar had him executed. Mark my words. I am going to find this murderer and cut him down where he stands.
I'm afraid that's not possible, sir. He left during your investigation with at least 100 men.
Ice and death, this wretched dog knows no limits. He killed my brother, and now he's trying to undermine any hope I have of gaining the Queen's favor. I must speak with Lord Halton immediately.
He awaits you at his residence.